Hello, I'm Jim Manny. I'm an editor at Loyola Press. I'm a blogger at Magus. One of the turning points in my life came when I ran across the idea that God desires my friendship. Now that was news to me. I grew up with a pretty severe idea of God. As a kid, I was afraid of God. God judged people. God had rules. He had lots of rules. And I had the idea that if I broke enough of the rules often enough, I'd end up in a pretty bad place. As I grew older, that harsh image of God softened. I understood that God was a personal being who loved me personally. But still, the relationship that I had with God, or thought I could have with God, wasn't exactly friendly or particularly warm. I liked baseball, and I saw God as something like the manager of a baseball team. He'd slap me on the back, encourage me, even tell a joke or two to lighten the atmosphere. But still, he'd be in the dugout, watching me critically as I struggled to play a really difficult game. If I struck out too often or made too many errors, I'd find myself sitting on the bench, next to the manager hopefully, but still on the bench. Then I read a book called A Friendship Like No Other. It's by a Jesuit named William Barry. Father Barry says that what God wants is friendship. That doesn't mean that God is lonely and wants people to do things with on the weekends. Rather, he means that God brought human beings into existence out of an abundance of personal love, and that the best word to describe this intimate personal relationship we can have with God is friendship. St. Ignatius had the same idea. He saw God as mighty and awesome. He saw God as showering blessings on the world like the sun bathing the earth with light. But he also saw God as a being that he could talk to like a friend. God wants to be your friend. That's a powerful idea. Think about it. Better still, act on it. Tell God what's on your mind, and then listen to what he says.